Word.
is build over debate, an intentional space where we are building on topics of discussion, ideas for projects, but more importantly, we are building each other up. And
You
we
know
are
the vibe.
doing that intentionally by holding space and being respectful and hearing one another's perspectives out thoroughly, not to automatically need to respond, but to build a rapport so we can gain a further understanding of who we are as people and beings, not just our perspectives and the words that we're saying.
Gotta put in the work though for yourself. Figure that out.
What's good, Miss Trinity? How you doing today?
Hey, what's going on, everyone?
Oh,
Everything is
hello,
good. And
hello.
you? Hi, I'm Trinity. What's your name?
I'm pro. I am prolific.
Prolific. Nice meeting you.
Nice meeting you too.
Kel, man, yeah, you just requested it right when I brought her up. I got the three-person rule, bro. Uh, I'll bring you up next if you still hang on and alive. I definitely wanted to bring Trinity up because of her background and expertise and in the subject matter of when we're talking about self-auditing. And I just wanted to get her perspective of what that meant to her.
Self-auditing. I need a little more.
All right. So the topic of the discussion is they might be you. And the context is a lot of times people are saying they are doing this to us, they are causing these problems, they are the reason why we are this way, they. And what I'm suggesting is they might actually be you. You might be part of the problem. And even to add more context, before I started this live, I posted a repost from Dame Dash talking about how can you work for BET and not see yourself as part of the problem just because you're getting a paycheck to feed your family. You're working for a company that gets paid by advertising dollars to sell us products that don't serve us and that really add to the oppression in which we're all under. So self-auditing looks like even in your decision making, your day to day. Like I even asked, like, what brands do you have on your body right now as far as clothes?
Uh, okay. Um, you had me looking down at my outfit. I'm like, wow, I
That
am
part.
so no name brand today.
Hey,
Except for my Nike sneakers, but that's because I pay a lot for shoes because they last longer than clothes for me. Self-auditing, yeah. You know, I like this topic because usually when someone is complaining about other people, I like to bring the focus of attention back on them. Because while we may not be able to change how people move, change how people speak, or change how people feel towards things, we have the authority over ourselves to do different within our 24-hour period that is allotted to us every day. So, because we all have the same 24 hours, and some people are richer than others, that made me question what am I doing with my own 24 hours. So we have to really look inward and see where we are stagnating our own selves and stop shifting the blame on external factors when we have the power, we have the authority, and we have the sovereignty to move and think and become different, if that answered your question.
yes, very specifically. Well said.
Hello.
Skunk mixed it in the building. Co-pilot
Hello, hello,
extraordinaire. What up,
man.
though?
The vibe, he's skunking the show, the non-player hater, the show love excavator, the active listen orator, the vibes.
Already.
I'm trying to build
Orator.
it on. Mm-hmm. I'm trying to build it on,
They might be you. Self-auditing.
man. Oh, yeah,
The
man.
ultimate form of accountability. Because it's moment
Yeah,
to moment.
it's always your fault. Takes the burden and I put it on other people, man. Regardless if it's your fault or it's not. It's your
That
fault. Do something about
part.
it. Fix you. Stop blaming the world and just, center yourself and do the shadow work. You know, control them triggers. Don't let them triggers be make you who you are. You bigger than your triggers. You bigger than your traumas. You know, stop beating yourself up because things don't work out your way. It's all a part of the mission. Not everybody gonna see your light. Shit, maybe days you don't see your own light, but okay, stay in the game. It's only gonna get better once you start reassessing and self-evaluating yourself. You know what I'm saying? So you can be able to love yourself more. And just in case nobody do, you will have yourself in all things. That's what it's about, for real. Especially to my men, my young men. You know, y'all probably think the world against y'all. You better start using that word as a basketball and start scoring.
Sheesh. Spectacles.
Real, real. Place no expectations on nothing. Just be grateful what's happening to you, because things that happen to you is actually happening for you, regardless of the outcome. It's all working in your favor. More than you can realize it yourself. It's all unfolding in your favor. So go where you're loved, go where you're accepted, go where you're valued, you know, and you'll be okay. That's my little piece for the topic. You heard.
Already. Just come in the door, kicking that bitch in.
Word.
Just build over debate. An intentional space where we are building on topics of discussion, ideas for projects, but more importantly, we are building each other up. And we
No
are
problem.
doing that intentionally by holding space and being respectful and hearing one another's perspectives out thoroughly, not to automatically need to respond, but to build a rapport so we can gain a further understanding of who we are as people and beings, not just our perspectives and the words that we're saying.
Hmm?
And
I,
over
I,
time,
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say over time, that's what ultimately is the definition of wealth building, because we are the resource and we talk about compound interest in each other. Full stop.
Yeah, I like that. You said not everything requires a response because that's what my husband told me a few years back, and it made me realize how often I was listening simply to respond and not taking into consideration his point of view.
Hmm?
And it wasn't until that day he said that to me, I was going to respond and say, no, I know you don't need which would have been me responding. So I caught myself. And after that, I realized that it's okay for people to share their perspective without me having to agree or disagree. In fact, I became more curious and I began to ask more questions regarding his perspective. And I noted an appreciation coming from him towards me because of that.
That's respect.
Yeah.
Man, bless your husband. Bless your union.
Thank you.
That's looking at each other like true mirror reflections and making those adjustments. It takes a very I don't like the word humble, so I would say grounded. It takes a very grounded individual to see the value in contrast when it's given. Not for the sake of argument, but for the sake of, personal development. And that's awesome. You took his leadership to be able to choose for your free will to make that adjustment. And I think, what you said, Queen, can be applied for both the male and the female sexes when it comes to being in union with someone. You know, if someone give you sound advice, that actually can enhance the relationship, yeah, that's dope. You took heed and you took note and you apply that knowledge. That's beautiful. Yeah. Something my generation definitely need to learn. For real.
Yeah, he's a good guy. He's a really great guy. And I enjoy him. I enjoy our conversations. I enjoy our time together. And with us both being introverts, we have nothing but time to spend with each other when, he's not working or we're not doing errands on our own. So I just have to make sure that I regulate the environment while he leads the household.
Come on now. Spectacles, tabernacle.
Spectacles.
Man,
Spectacles.
cathedral. That was love.
Spectacles.
Oh man, powerful women are movers and shakers of this realm. I tell you, you got it, Sister Trinity. You got it, beloved. You got it. That's right.
And it also helps in general conversations with people too, just not with him, but with everyone. I realize that we all just want to be understood and accepted how we come without having to defend our perspective, without having to defend our position, just simply coming in for the sake of understanding, living vicariously through each other.
That part. Agreed.
Sheesh.
That's the reason why I grew at the age of 35. I grew, you know, just to be myself regardless of the outcome. If people get it or if they don't, it's okay. You know what I'm saying? I'll leave with grace, no need to forsake them or, bash on them or put them down. Just continue to walk in my truth. And for those who align themselves, they align. We can move forward and build something. But for those who don't, it's not for them, and that's okay. You know, I came to the point I don't even have to defend myself. It's so funny because social media promotes that a lot, clearing it up for the record. I be like, man, just trust the process, man. Not everything needed, like you said. Sometimes you could say something just to say something and not even care what the response is. And you got to be okay with yourselves, because you're gonna be sometimes you may know things that nobody know, and they look at you like, what the heck you just say? Sometimes you gotta just be okay with just saying it, even if they get it or they don't, and just be able to exit gracefully when needed. So that's facts.
Facts. Tyler the One was good. What up, Ninja? Nishan Jackson, what up? Goddess, welcome to the live. Mur 1222, I appreciate the shares. This is build over debate. They might be you, talking about self-auditing. And, like I said, buzzwords and being a slave to rhetoric are what we're governed by right now. And the slogan for 2024 apparently was all about accountability. But this is where I've often said that every moment is a test to self-audit. And specifically, that test looks like denying your flesh whatever it craves that really isn't serving you ultimately or serving your ultimate goals or adding to you being a version of your higher self, whatever that looks like for you, whatever that vice is, moment to moment. That's what the human experience is that battle to overcome those physical urges internally first, understanding that there's going to be a plethora of external influences encouraging you to act outside of self. Full stop.
Do we really act outside of ourselves, or do we reveal more of who we are, depending on situations that we may find ourselves into?
Depending on who you're asking to.
I like that. But also, I want to add, because what you said sparked a thought, right? With the they may be you. So I remember going in, like early on, going into these spaces and seeing a lot of uh, arguments and resistance and just a whole lot of combativeness. And I realized that the people that were going on the platforms and even interacting into the comment section, well, they came in with the intent to be disruptive. So what is my intention on why I'm here. So then that's when I realized they weren't negative. They were just doing them, being them. I was the one being negative about my experience in the live. So what I started doing was not going back in those lives. I can't get upset at the environment that was already the way it was, being the way that it is, and then me coming in it and being affected by it. That is not a they thing. That's a me thing. I had to learn that intention when I set my intention every morning for peace and connection and even just fun and laughter. I would get that throughout the rest of my day. But first, I had to be that one to set the intention to be peaceful in order for me to experience peace.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Show,
I know exactly what you're talking about.
show Miss Trinity some love and hit them fire emojis over there. If there's anybody here in the chat that can even remotely resonate with everything she said is complete facts.
Yeah, she's speaking very fact. That's crazy because man, you know, how you start your day is how you end your day. You know, that's why I have to meditate. So I can set my mind in the right spaces. You know, that's why it'd be crazy. I want to have a good day, and I continue. And then you will see somebody like on YouTube fighting, or and then it make you want to click on it. I'd be like, no, I ain't trying to feed my mind subconsciously drama. So we scrolling past that. Let me go listen to some frequencies at 432 hertz. You know what I'm saying? Get my mind recalibrated. It's a whole lot of
That
media out
part.
here that distort your thinking. You know what I'm saying? And you'll watch it, and then you'll find yourself going in somebody post you don't like, post and see something you don't like just to make a comment. Like, yeah, well, look what you just how you powered your mind. You know, gotta be very precarious of the images that you see. You know, because you'll be thinking you want to be about peace, and then one moment later, find yourself making statements of something that really don't serve you when you could have just kept on scrolling and not even feeding into it. Yeah, that's fact.
So I got a question, right?
Yeah.
Um, we're all in agreement, some shape, form, or fashion, in regards to how we're perceiving things. I believe in some way, specifically in the topics and what we've been discussing. Um, I wanted to ask Skunk if he wanted to ask Miss Trinity about what we were talking about last night on our YouTube live, specifically about my account.
Oh yeah, we was talking about it be people on here that be that'll come on here for me just to either promote themselves or be heard, but bro need people to actually involve themselves of small things he asked for. Just go on the page, go on his boutique page, see a shirt or you see it's an item, you know what I'm saying? Post it on your page, just asking just for people just to, be involved. And a lot of those people get quiet, or he'll say, you're gonna come on this page, if you want to be the fourth person, you gotta make a donation like a $25 or buy something out of this page, and nobody wants to participate. You know what I'm saying? And, I was just like, yeah, bro, it's just them type of people shouldn't be welcome, because what are the intentions? You know what I'm saying? Like, what are the intentions when they come into the live? If you're gonna come and not participate, of course nobody's forcing you, but if you're not coming to participate, then why are you here? It was people on his live. He wanted to come on there, and he was like, "Yeah, somebody want to come on." One person said, "Oh, I'll get down," so the other person can come up when he was speaking. Well, as soon as he, listed money, "Oh, I'll come down so you can get on." I'm just like man, I'm like, man, it's wicked out here. It's really wicked out here, man, in real life, and people do this subconsciously, not even paying attention. You know, It's like, man, that's so what are you here for if you're not gonna participate? Like, man, I mean, when he asks us a question, to get quiet. It just don't make sense to me at all. When he's asking for feedback, nobody want to get feedback. Nigga, I just want people to go on my page just to tell me, your feedback, what you like about it, or things you don't like. Boom, boom, boom. Nobody will say nothing. Nobody will say nothing. So I'm just like, why are you here? Why are you? So what are you here for? What is your purpose of being here? You're not going to add on to what we're doing. You know, like seriously.
If I may,
Oh yeah, I yield the floor.
I was saying this something similar to my husband a couple of days ago because I had like an epiphany.
Mm-hmm.
I was listening into multiple lives that day, and I was noticing a pattern because I see things in pattern, right? And the pattern that I noted was this: you have emotional people entering into intellectual conversations, and it's going to be disruptive. The person who's coming in with their emotions are going to always be right because that's subjective, how one feels, right? It's a personal thing. But
Mm-hmm.
when you get into the logic, you have to go general. Now, people want to go general when the light is over them. And then they want to be subjective when it's time to be general. They have, in my opinion, they lack communication skills, right? They're not able to follow along, even with analogies. They want to, like when somebody gives an analogy, or ask, my favorite are leading questions. Most people are so guarded and they're trying to appear so smart and don't want to reveal their ignorance. So much so that they they answer questions with questions because they don't want to get tripped up. So they are trying
Mm-hmm.
to predetermine the reasoning for these lines of questions as if they have access to the other person's mind, and as if their thoughts are the only thoughts that could be thought throughout the whole space of the mind, right? Like, no, it's not possible that I can think differently than you. That's not a thing.
Right.
If I do, then you're wrong, right? So they are so worried that they're going to get caught up, and I believe it's because they themselves are deceptive. So deceptive people have a tendency of believing that everyone is trying to deceive them. It's
Mm-hmm.
like a con artist.
Yep.
Con artists believe that everyone else out there is a con.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Facts. Like literally right before you popped into the live, that's what we were talking about, is how these impromptu self-proclaimed TED talkers jump onto these lives and be selling you these wolf tickets, and they always come posing questions to
I'm
see what
sorry. Can
you
I ask a question? That's the third time I heard that term. What are wolf tickets?
let's look up the we after I finish what I'm saying, we can look up the origin of it. But it's basically like a ticket, like a fake ticket. Like I
Oh,
sell you a ticket
Falsifying
to,
a
yourself.
fake ticket. Okay.
Selling
yeah,
yourself to something you're not. In
yeah,
layman's terms. Yeah.
Okay.
yeah,
Thanks for that. All right. I thought so, but I wasn't sure.
for sure.
Yeah, you was spot on,
Um,
spot.
but they come on and they'll question you to figure out how you think about whatever random topic that they really want to know about. And now the whole session becomes picking your thought process out and discrediting you so that they don't ever have to acknowledge what or where their ideology is tethered, because usually it's not tethered in anything, or it's tethered in something so specific that their dissonance won't allow room for challenge. So they just put up all of these different layers of presentation, because these people are usually very persuasive and personable, and social media like is like the breeding ground for these sycophants. And
Real.
now they can just prey on the energies of weaker people and the theater of their ability to pick people apart. It's like bullying, using the internet, cyberbullying to a maniacal level, really, because they're just doing it for attention, just like you would in high school, I guess. Uh, and like you said, it's factual. Those tactics are fueled by people who are very emotional based, same as reality TV shows. But you're not going to find the same type of person that's watching reality TV shows as watching Meet the Press. So it's these audiences are colliding where we're talking about emotional based people and intellectual based people. And the only thing that I would add to that as well is the thing that everyone seems to know exists, but no one wants to acknowledge. And that is demonic energy. A lot of people are tapped into things that are demonic in nature, and it is energy that is specifically siphoning energies from certain things. So when we're talking about emotion and intellect, where do we think that energy plays? Where could it be the most predatorial? And that's where these chaoses, or at least not in this space. Like I try to mitigate that shit as much as possible. But this is why these lives are so chaotic, because whenever it presented, it will manifest itself like a wildfire, especially if fueled and fanned, which is
Uh,
where a lot of these lives, you can find the people like they like giddy, like when motherfuckers is beefing, like ha ha ha, like on some Beavis and Butthead type shit.
yeah, I don't be watching that
It's
stuff no more. I don't.
corny, bro. It's
I just
corny.
don't
It's
like.
like it's
Yeah,
childish.
we
It's
ain't getting no. We
childish.
really not getting nowhere as a body of people moving like that
It's
for real.
childish,
It's
bro. It's
like,
it's, it's my bad.
um,
It's not. I ain't mean to interrupt you, bro, but like
yeah,
I'm triggered. You know what I'm saying? Because it's not only childish, it's fucking embarrassing. At least it should be. And I'm gonna tell you a quick anecdotal story, bro, and I'm gonna yield. I was in Lyon, France, and I was good, Project Nut. I was in this house, and the gentleman who owned the house, I was dating his daughter. She was a model, and we had a lovely time that day. And it was like 1 a.m, and her dad, left the TV on. So she's like, "Hey, can you go downstairs and turn off the TV?" I'm like, "All right, cool." I go downstairs, and as I'm going down the stairs, all I hear is blah 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 blah, just chaos, blah 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 blah. And over there in France, like there's a lot of American television shows that they broadcast, and then they'll have like a French interpreter speaking over it, like like explaining what's going on. So as I get down to the bottom of the stairs, I can hear what's going on, and in my mind. I'm just like, oh hell nah. It's a reality TV show of a bunch of black women arguing and bickering and like going at it. I'm gonna fuck you up, bitch. And the interpreter is going ham. I
It sounds like Bad Girls Club.
don't know what it was. It wasn't. No, it wasn't like. I'm gonna tell you how bad it was. It looked like a pilot to a reality TV show. So this was like somebody's attempt to do a reality. This wasn't nothing. This was some off-brand shit. I'm in production. I know a fucking dud when I see it. Like it wasn't nothing that was syndicated. You know what I'm saying? This was something that didn't get picked up.
it was
So
trash.
that's why it's over here playing at 1 a.m. in Lyon, France. And it was an indication of how wide our culture spreads, but how the profit like how they're profiting off our chaos, how strong that energy is when it's tied to money. Because like I said, this ain't get picked up and nothing that we didn't seen in America on TV, but these people was watching it as a representation of the culture because hey, it's close enough.
You can identify with it.
And that's what I'm saying. It should be embarrassing because at that moment when I went to turn off the TV, that's how the fuck I felt. Embarrassed. Because I know that her dad was watching that, and there's no way for him to disassociate that behavior with me.
That part. That's
How can
crazy.
how can how can
But
he? How can he?
yeah, that's crazy.
Full
I don't
stop.
even if I really see that you a type of person that even look at that type of stuff. I don't like systematically say, oh yeah, you're of that. Nah, but I'm gonna start observing your mannerisms. You know what I'm saying? Because if you're watching that, that means you're downloading information from that. Meaning it's a high probability, not all cases, that you may react in such way. Just depends on the circumstances that's going to get that out of you. You know, because I look at it like, you know, people that I'm around that got some sense of self, they don't watch things like that to help them identify, you know, chaos. I don't like that. That's why I haven't watched no Bad Girls Club. I ain't watched none of them. Like, so when people tell me, hey, you know, such and such, no, I don't. No, I really don't. Oh, for real? Dang, that's crazy, bro. Everybody watch that. I'm like, I respect that, but I'm an individual. I ain't everybody. I don't put those images in my mind and my thoughts, you know, because subconsciously you can act like that, you know, and at one point or another, you're going to end up carrying that energy. And I just don't feel like it's purposeful in my lifestyle to watch things like that. It's just detrimental to the mind, you know. Like last time I seen something like that was real world Vegas. I was young as ever when I seen that. And you know, my mom was the one that gave me the consciousness. She's like, "You think that's how you're supposed to handle your problems or issues? While y'all thinking that this funny?" And I was like, what is she talking about? And it took me years later to understand, like, dang, that's how I handled some of my situations, being aggressive, over talking. And when I was younger, and I had to make some decisions when she brought the consciousness to question me on that. I'm like, dang, it's crazy. So, you know, I was young. I was probably like, what, like 13, 14, you know? And she's like, yeah, I'm about to start having y'all look at that, you know? And then now I see why she did it. Because now, if I have a dispute, I speak about how I feel, and then I give you the floor for you to clear up anything that I may be speaking in error in. I give you the floor to correct me if I'm wrong. Because if I am wrong, all right, and it makes sense to me, yeah, I'm gonna come to amends. I'm gonna ask for your forgiveness. You know, we're gonna keep that not happening again in that instance, you know. But yeah, if it wasn't for my mom giving me that conscience, man, I'd be warped out here still.
Yeah, it's, it's just, I guess you got to just know yourself
Mhm.
and recognize that people are where they are.
Yeah,
And the power truly is in our hands because we have the ability to move around.
that
You,
part.
you know,
Hmm.
I I understand what Rumble means when he says that it's embarrassing when other cultures and other people that are unlike us believe that those are the representations of us.
Hmm.
And I also can see what you were saying as well, in that you know we we get emotionally what is the word, rev, for a lack of better
Or
terms,
mostly
when we are
charged.
watching these, yes, charge, thanks,
You're welcome.
when we watch these shows. And even with the news, me knowing what I know, that the news is fear mongering, the news is this and the news is that, I say it often enough for me to know that I know it. However, whenever I decide to look at something, even if it's a clip, a short, or just try to watch what's being said, I can feel my chemistry in my own body beginning to change. And I
Mm-hmm.
can feel the anger building up. And and I realized, wow, this thing is really effective in doing what it's supposed to do, instilling an emotional response.
That
So
part.
yeah,
I respect.
and I realized that it's all about vibrations, because for me everything is frequency, vibrations, and consciousness.
Mm,
Right?
talk that.
That's my approach to life, and that's how I see people. So
Mhm.
I would have to lower my vibratory state in order for me to be able to watch news and to watch reality shows, because I would have to be in that space of
Yeah.
consciousness. But if I'm vibrating at a higher frequency, I'm going to be disturbed, I'm going to be disinterested, and I'm going to want to move on.
Yeah.
So instead of me lowering my vibratory state to stay in that space, I move from that space because it doesn't align with my vibratory state.
That part. Yeah.
Facts.
Facts.
Yeah,
That's the same
and
way I move.
that's why I love Trinity. Like your level of effective listening is like superhero level. I ain't gonna lie, it's super impressive. And I,
Even
I
better
wanted
from
to
San Diego.
invite you to one of our segments on YouTube that me and Skunk are doing now. Um, Friday mornings and Sunday evenings is the you know schedule tentative schedule right now that we're going to try out. But we have been going live on there impromptu, just putting up some shots.
Okay.
So if you have some time on a Friday or a
I
Sunday, you're more than welcome
always
to fall
got time
through.
for you, Rumble. Stop
Uh,
playing, man. You bless my both platforms, with your wisdom, with your insight, with your cool, calm manner. Yeah, I've got to support you.
I appreciate that.
Man, we appreciate you supporting Big Bro.
Yeah,
You know, it's
I got to support you
good.
guys.
So
That's really what it's about. When you was talking, Skunk, about the
uh,
$12 fee and people getting quiet when questions are being asked and stuff,
yeah.
you know, it just really goes to show who's walking around with poverty consciousness and who's walking around with prosperity consciousness.
Sheesh.
Man. Man.
Spectacales.
Ticale tabernacle. Tell them, Sister
Spectacales.
Trinity. That's right, Queen.
All right, so I'm gonna explain to you why we keep saying that, so you just not like, yo, what the hell's going on? Um, Spectacles is what we say when somebody's like dropping gems, and we keeping points. So right now, you are you are winning right now in the league. You got about 17 points right now.
That's right. That's
Skunk
right.
got 11, and then there's another gentleman picking and choosing. He got 5.
Oh, well, that's
Yeah,
my
Will,
homie.
Will, Will, Will is the first winner of the influencer sweepstakes.
Nice.
He he got shipped. As soon as he collects it, he'll be shipped out a hat that says "Gratitude is grace," and then you can shop using his promo code to purchase that merch if you like the design that he wears when he's on his lives.
Love it.
So you can do the same. I can send you a link if you're interested. You can enter the influencer sweepstakes, which is a version of live where I put my Cash App in the comment pinned, and then crowd participation. People donate money to the influencer they want to see me ship out a design to.
Yeah, okay. I like that. I love these ideas.
You like that?
I love it. Oh my God, yes. You
All
know,
right.
I
You
I
want
love
you
I
want to do
love
one
being
today?
around.
You want to do
Sure,
one today?
whenever. Dude, it ain't like I got a 9 to 5. What else I got to do?
Man,
Like a
give
true
me man.
entrepreneur. That's what I'm talking about. Like,
She out here giving me the
bitch, I
game
run
of
this
my life. I'm
shit.
I
taking
work, see,
notes.
I'm at it 16 hours a day. It's what I do.
All right.
That's right.
Um,
That's right.
well, we can do one maybe in about 3 or 4 hours. Let's say, what time is it right now?
Yeah,
Is it 3?
4 hours, yeah, that give me enough time to start getting some music done. Yeah,
And
getting
my
some music.
show is at 9 tonight, so
So
I
I
let's
can
know
say
it's
pop.
six.
I can pop in before my show.
6:30.
Mm-hmm.
Is that cool?
That'll work. Yeah,
Yeah.
that'll work.
And
All
this is
right.
on Instagram or YouTube. Okay.
Instagram. Oh man, can we do it on YouTube?
Are you
Ooh,
using StreamYard? But
Yeah.
yeah.
then you can, if it's a paid
I,
version, you can
I,
stream from both
I got.
YouTube and Instagram. Oh, I'm
Pause,
sorry.
pause.
I just learned that last week, so I want to sound smart.
Yeah. Nah, we got
What is this, Trinity?
we got it. We got it. It's um yeah, it's not that we can't. It's just that yeah, not with this yet. Not with this one yet.
Okay.
Okay.
Now, I don't know
Yeah.
if you noticed, probably you didn't because you wouldn't need to go on that. But remember when you and I first met, I was doing that leadership program.
Mm-hmm.
So what I did was I changed the name to the podcast, to the broadcast, to the show, His Yin Her Yang. You know, because I realized people don't want mentorship on this piece. Nobody wants
Oh, hit
healing.
me, man. No, don't say that. I do. I'm that somebody. I
She
love
said,
me.
"Don't." He said, "Don't say that."
But you
Look,
got Rumble. You understand? So out of 2,000, almost 2,600 people that are following me, only 2 people came for mentorship, and I realized they need a psychiatrist.
That part. That part.
she said a
And that
That
is
psychiatrist.
part.
not my expertise, okay? That is not my lane. So
Man, it's
yeah,
rough out here.
yeah, I need
Yeah.
you to tell me what you want done, and I can help you get there without you telling me the backstory and how you got here first. Like I don't care,
Right.
but I figure I'm going to dedicate that platform to my show because that's really what I'm going to start branding.
Okay.
All right. And when we first talked, I mentioned that, that's what I did was branding.
You told
And
me to change my name. I know you didn't mean it the way I did
that,
it, but hey,
that
name
sounds like
change,
something I would
potato,
say.
potato. Yeah, because it was leadership. What was it? IG mentorship program. And
Yeah, I
said,
told you,
and,
I
and
said,
then the
don't use
first thing you said was
mentor.
change your
Yeah, I
name.
said,
And I
don't
said,
use mentor.
okay. And then I asked you why, and it made sense. So I did not change the name towards the to the program. I just changed the whole entire damn platform. So I heeded your advice. I just went my own way.
Okay. I'll send you an invoice.
You were supposed to
But no,
tell me that before.
I,
The
I know.
NDA disclosure,
I,
the NDA
I,
and stuff. Okay, my bad, my bad. Oh, you said it on the live, so I thought it was okay. My bad. I read the
Desire.
room.
I'm
The
fucking with
room
you.
read me.
I get you. Yeah, look. I'm over here juggling hot grease. Okay.
Just don't burn
Um,
yourself. I agree too, bro.
no, I'm element proof. Uh, uh, but no, I'm gonna send you the link to this collaboration platform that I'm talking about. That'll allow me to gift you products. And then I'll create a post that we're gonna do this at 6:30, and I'll tag you.
Awesome. Yeah, and just let me know, like whatever you send me to share, just let me know, you know, share this please. Because if not, I'm gonna just think you're sharing it for me for my own personal views and stuff,
Copy that.
Yeah. I'm not that smart. I'm just smart at what I know, which is like 2 things.
That's more than enough. That's more than enough. It's better than knowing -9.
I'll
Mm.
take it. I'll
Word.
take it.
Sheesh.
Yeah, but I would really like to get, my my show going because it's for grown folks, mature folks. It's not grown folks. There's a lot of grown folks here that are not mature. So it's for
Nah,
mature
God.
folks, talk about grown folks topics.
That part.
Man, I
Dun,
know
dun,
exactly
dun,
what you're
dun,
talking
dun, 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 that part.
Yeah.
about. Still
And I want
got it.
mostly men on the platform. I don't know. I just find conversation with men more palatable than with
Mm.
women because men hold linear discussions,
Mhm.
so I don't have to keep track of where I was. I'm sorry, what the person is speaking of, because I would ask a question, and before they answer it, a yes or no, they got to give me the preamble, and then they got to give me the background, and then they got to give me everything in between, and then before they know, they're like, "What is the question again?" I'm like, "What the hell
Yeah,
were you answering?
yeah, exactly. Because people don't know how to
What were
get to
you
the
just
point.
answering?"
Yeah, I promise you, I can't stand people that don't know how to get to the point. I'm like, how old is you? You still don't know how to get to the point of a question? Just answer the question. But again, you got people out here trying to protect their ego, so they got to make sure they're politically speaking correct, like, so they won't look a certain type of way. Like, it's just,
Yeah, it's one of those. So, who do you think benefits more from marriage, man or woman? Well, it depends. I don't care.
like what?
Like,
It depends.
give me the answer first so I can know how to follow.
That
But if you
part.
give me the backstory, I don't even know where the hell you're going, and you're losing me
That
because
part.
now I don't have a train of thought to go on. So it's like I have to sit there and listen to you ramble and not answer my question. And chances are you don't even remember my question, which means that you weren't even listening to the question and you just want to talk.
Mhm.
Man,
That's what Skunk was talking about.
people just be wanting to be heard. I'll be like, can you,
What up, everybody?
for the record, on the record, just stay on topic. Stop trying to create the most spectacular, miraculous response that you may think that's gonna go viral. It's not gonna happen right now. Stop.
Mic drop,
Yeah,
bitch.
yeah, like just get it out your head. Stop trying to go for that viral moment and be yourself. For crying out basketball. This is not like arithmetic math. Like and this is disingenuous. Then you're like, all right, you're about to say something disingenuous. I know you're about to just say something that's probably going to either trigger somebody or just spark an unneeded conversation. That's what people like to do.
Is wild. And that's why,
It's
this is an intentional space where we stand on topic. And I'm always going to refer back to the topic. Welcome to everybody live, which is they might be you.
yeah,
Um, and understanding that when we're talking about leadership, we were speaking on this initially when we first started the live. You're accountable for all things that you can touch in your environment. And that's a certain level of accountability that starts internally and establishing codes of conduct and principles, and also understanding and a need to seek counsel and support. Um, and there's a lot of pretenders out here where they will present themselves as, here, I'm here to help you, but really you're just siphoning people's energy.
siphoners.
Siphoners.
That's
But
why,
outside of that, the influencer sweepstakes was good, euphorics. Miss Trinity, only thing I'm gonna do, like, I'll make the post and I'm gonna choose some products, and then it's like I want you to go shopping. Do you like book bags or do you like duffel bags?
Yes. I am a girl, Craig. I am a girl.
yes, I'm a girl, Craig. I'm a girl, Craig. I am a girl. Stop playing with
This is
that
not
shit.
Yes.
scripted.
I I
And no, you
know.
didn't pay me. I just woke up this way.
This
You
is not
don't.
scripted. Okay, can I know your favorite color then?
Purple. Purple
Purple.
and
Hey,
pink.
Ooh,
purple,
purple and pink.
Yeah, that's the spectrum.
purple rain.
Ooh, all right. So you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna make something
Nice.
specific just for you and your brand, purple and pink.
Hey, turn up.
And it's cool because like red and blue makes purple. So his yin, her yang, red and blue.
Hey, that's hard.
That's what's up.
Dig that with a shovel.
Yeah.
And don't
But
forget, man.
I
Sorry, man.
guess, a duffel bag, my husband may think I'm trying to hint at a vacation.
I
So
mean, that's
I,
what it's
I
for.
don't want to put no pressure on him
I
because I
Yeah,
make
want to
travel
set
bags.
standards.
I make I make travel bags, so when you pick yours up at the baggage claim or you got it on the plane, people looking at you like, man, I don't know where you going or where you came from, but I need to know. Like, they'll start asking you some questions.
And I'll be right there to answer. Stop playing.
Or if you got on your spectacles, they might not ask you nothing. They're just gonna assume you a celebrity and you got a
The cat.
bodyguard.
There
Those are
you
the
You know
kind
the
of
go.
bags I
vibes.
make.
Or
You
and my
know the
husband is
vibe.
6'3" and I'm 5'4". Yeah, you're like, oh
Man,
Yeah.
God, yeah.
I create the bag. Like it looks like it might be money in it. Don't it look like it might
that's,
be some
that's
money in this bag?
Beauty and the Beast hype.
Oh, there's no money in there? No.
Damn.
You know, where you get that money from?
That's how you throw them off. Of course, no. You don't know. You
I'm
don't
about
know.
to do one of Kevin Samuels. Hey,
Little
big
salmon
head.
there. It's a little
Hey,
salmon
big
there, baby.
head.
Little salmon there. Little spinning cash, baby.
Well, I'm gonna go ahead and land this session and recharge myself and my battery. And then we can hop back on in a couple hours.
Yeah,
Is
you
that like
said
the travel?
6:30, right?
Yep. Yep.
Yeah, it was.
So I guess, oh, God dang it. I don't know. Should I be responsible and do my house chores, or should I have fun and start my own life? God, see, this is why I need supervision, man. Keep telling me, Shane, you can't leave me home alone. Yeah, you can't leave me home alone. I know what I'll do. I'll start dinner now.
All right, there you go.
3:30. Start dinner now. Yeah. So then by the time I get back online and he come home, I won't look like, oh snap, it's 6:38 already. Yes, I'll be clocking him. 6:37 to 6:38. He's walking through the door. 6:37 if he catches the light.
Sheesh. Ay, ay.
Yeah. Because
That's hilarious.
being an introvert and I don't go nowhere, I usually don't get dressed up. But then I realized that's real stupid of me because he buys all my clothes. So for him to come home and see me like the same thing, the same type of outfit he left me in, which was like a house, like a lounge, like housewear, bedclothes, I figure I start getting dressed up for him. So after the fourth time, he was convinced that I was actually dressing up for him and not because of what other people said. When your girl starts switching up, you got to start worrying. So yeah, I'm trying over here. I'm trying. I yield.
I appreciate you, articulating your thought process. Um, there's women who need to hear that.
I love him. I can't see my life. I never planned a life without him. Every part of my future includes him. And I like the vision that I have. So without him, I have no future. So I got to make sure that in the present, he's comfortable. He knows what love feels like coming from me. He knows that he's appreciated and he knows that he's seen. I tell him, I love you. You're a humble guy. You're honorable. You're trustworthy. You're thoughtful. You're caring. You're considerate. You're kind. You're smart. You're intelligent. You're stern. You're disciplined. I have to keep reminding him just how good he is.
Mm-hmm.
Because the world will only point out his flaws. So I have to feed him. That there's demon energy out there ciphering him.
Sheesh. And on that note, yeah, we're about to land this vessel. Welcome to the live. Everybody just came in. Chill Will that just joined. King Leroy, thanks for the follow. Or do None Eddie, welcome. We're about to peace out. We'll be back in a few hours, 6:30. I'll make a post a couple hours before, letting you guys know what's up, and we can go from there. Check my stories. Check out Skunk and his page, Mix Master Extraordinaire. Check out Trinity's page and her platform if she decides to go live in between, and we can rock and roll from there. If I'm gonna close my mic there, and if we can outro. I'll leave it open if anybody else has anything they want to add.
Now, I just want to let Skunk know I'm following him. You
Oh,
know, I like his,
gratitude.
that. I like the way you think. I love the way you hold discussions. I like you. You're palatable.
Gratitude. Appreciate it. You know, vice versa, the respect and the gratitude and the honor is, you know, reciprocated right back to you. You know, I just learned a lot from you that I know that I can apply to my lifestyle so I can continue to be the greatest version of myself, you know, that I know that I'm becoming as we speak. So, yes, I really appreciate your words of wisdom. You know, that is really, really appreciated from youngins like me. We need all wise ones. Yes, we do. And I am the first of my generation to tell. Let's bridge the gap. Start listening. When we speak, it's a lot for us to gain out here. So yes, your energy was definitely welcome and definitely appreciated. So thank you.
I received that. Thank you. And thank you, Rumble, for having me. It's been a pleasure.
Right now.
Likewise, I appreciate everybody's presence and everybody's participation, and I look forward to our next engagement on Build Over Debate.
Right now, see you guys at 6. Peace.
Peace.
Later.
Sayonara.